Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Joanne, and in this video I want to share with you a quick review, kind of overview of a bag that I recently picked up. It's from a brand that I've been really interested in purchasing in the past for a number of years now, but I never pulled the trigger. It's also been on my wish list for quite some time, but the reason why I did ultimately pick it up this time was A, because I fell in love with the color when I saw it, and B is because it was such a good price. So the bag that I picked up is this one right here. It is the A.P.C Mini Grace, and if you've been around, you know I absolutely love mini bags. But as you can see, this color, in my opinion, was so nice. It's like a muted, kind of like dusty sage, or I would call it even like a celadon. It's really, really pretty. And so I instantly fell in love. I purchased this off of a site called Ssense. They're a Canadian retailer. I've purchased many things from them as well. And always it's like such a seamless experience for me personally. Originally, this is like over $1,000 Canadian, which is really expensive in my opinion. But it was on sale for 57% off because they do, I think I'd say 2 annual large sales where things get discounted up to like 70% off. But anyways, this was a 57% off at the time. So after taxes, and it was free shipping for me, it came up to like about $502. So I was super happy about that price, and so really excited to get it. It arrived in less than like 3 business days and had all the packaging and all of that. So it came really nicely packaged, came with the tag with an Ssense sticker on it, as well as the dust bag and all of that. And yeah, as you can see, I still actually have the protective stickers on the clasp because I will be taking this back and returning it, and I will let you know why. But just to go over this bag quickly in case you were still interested in picking this up for yourself. Like I mentioned, this is the Mini Grace by A.P.C. I believe it comes in 2 other larger sizes, and I think this is the smallest. And I will put the dimensions of this bag on the screen so you can tell how big it is exactly. But it is one of these very classic kind of boxy style bags and just really simplistic with minimal branding on it. I just really liked the look of it, especially because of the size and on my smaller body frame. I'm about 5'2", 5'3", and just generally quite small as well. This I thought looked really nice. The interesting thing about these bags is it doesn't have a detachable strap, but the strap is kind of adjustable. It basically has 2 settings. So it has this one, which is more of like a long shoulder strap, I would say, and then it has one longer setting that theoretically you could wear something crossbody. On me, it fits nicely as a crossbody bag, but again, I am quite small, so I'd say for a lot of people, unless you like a really short and like high hanging bag crossbody, this likely probably wouldn't work as well for you, but it does have some adjustment, which is nice. Aside from that, the back has nothing on it, and in the front it just has the minimal branding right here where it says A.P.C in the gold foiling, and then it has a very nice large gold clasp. This is super easy to open and close. That definitely isn't a deal breaker or any problem with that. On the inside, it's kind of a suede. It's like a light tan suede on the inside there, and then otherwise it is kind of like a nice thick canvas material. If you know like the 1941 line or kind of range of bags from Coach, it's sort of that same sort of nice thick canvas on the inside. As you can see, I haven't even taken off some of this packaging, but theoretically it does have 2 kind of really narrow slip pockets on either end. So that is pretty much it. There's really nothing else to say though. And so pros, I just love the look of it. That's really the reason why I bought it. I loved the color, the simplicity of it, and the size of it I thought was really fitting on, again, what I personally like on myself. But when I did get it, I realized just how incredibly stiff it was. And so it was just automatically, I was a little bit unsure. I was cognizant of the size, but it technically does fit really everything that I need. It does fit my phone easily, no problem. So I have a Samsung S22, and as you can see, it fits no problem and has still lots of room there. So for a mini bag, I think the capacity is definitely not too bad, but because of how stiff it is, it reminded me a lot of my Coach Madison 16, which I actually have here. So it's a little bit bigger than this, but as you can see, this is also like really boxy and just very stiff. And so there's just no room for movement. And so the problem with that is that I find that with the stiffness of it, this is pretty much, again, all the room you have, and there's really no give to it. So you really can't fit more than what fits in there. And I also find that because it's so stiff, it's just these pockets are literally useless. It's almost like a struggle for me to even take out these little packaging, like this little tissue paper here, because it's just so tight. And so I just found those pretty much useless. So really just the main compartment would be what I use it for. I do have a bag from Fendi that I absolutely love. It's also in a really nice smooth leather, so I really love this with it. But this one, again, it's obviously a different bag, but I find that there's just some squish to this, and it's just like there's just some, you know, room to stretch a little bit. So this is like a boxy bag as well, but this to me is just I enjoy using this a lot versus I think I would have some gripes with this, or just I'd find this maybe a little bit cumbersome down the road. Now, beyond all of that, I still absolutely love the bag, but the one thing that really made me concerned is the leather. So I find that it's a really beautiful, smooth leather, and I'm usually not too fussed about like wearing it and maybe possibly getting scratches on it. However, I found just when I received it, I don't know if you can see, I'm really worried about how this leather is going to wear. As you can see, when I just bend it, it's getting kind of like these wrinkles on it, and I haven't even used this. And as you can see right there, it has a ton of kind of like wrinkles to it. And so I am not going to adjust this strap again. I did it once, but just me adjusting it made me super concerned. And I think the main thing is when I opened it, so this is the back of the bag, you'll see just right here where the seam is, it just, and if I open it, it just wrinkles really, really badly. So I don't know if all of A.P.C bags with this kind of really nice smooth leather is like that. But for instance, if I look at the Fendi bag, of course it creases and I get that, but I mean, also this doesn't have the seam across it, but it's kind of like a natural wear and tear to it, I find. So when I open this, of course it does have the bend, as you can see, but it's almost just like a really natural bend and more of like a natural wear to it, I find. And so for me, again, I don't know because I don't have really any experience with other A.P.C bags. This to me was just extremely concerning, and I think I would just be incredibly worried to use this bag and to see if this would get much worse down the line. So even though I absolutely love the look of this bag and I just adore it, I really, really wish it would work out. But unfortunately, just my worry about, I think, the leather and the wear and how it'll look literally with a couple wears is really the main factor for me returning this. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful though. If you have any questions, definitely leave those down below and I'll do my best to answer them. But as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos, and those that subscribe, I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next video.